Tom Verducci, who'll be on tonight's Fox broadcast, joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. What about the baseball itself? Your reporting on this has been stellar in its own right. I love that article that you wrote where you had Brett Strom, the pitching coach of the Astros, hold a baseball from the regular season in the World Series in your hand. Our audio executive, as he likes to be known here, Mike Del Tufo, caught a foul ball in Game 2 of the World Series. He brought in, and I felt like a cue ball, Tom. So what do you think that has had anything to do with this World Series?
Well, there's no doubt it's had a big effect on the World Series. I mean, Darvish pitching tonight for the Dodgers. The last time he started, of course, he was out before the second inning ended. Did not get a single swing and miss on his slider for the first time in his first time this year. You saw the way Kershaw got only one swing and miss, had no slider whatsoever. Verlander last night kind of went away with slider. In fact, the ball he hit Chase Utley with, he said he really overcooked it. He yanked it because he's afraid of hanging a slider, which he did to Peterson in Game 2, and he did to Seager, who almost hit it out last night. So it's had an effect on the game. I can tell you this, that Darvish, in his bullpen session before this game tonight, made sure he warmed up, had a session with the World Series ball because it's so different. So listen, we know for the last 2 years and 2 months that the baseball is livelier. It's flying out of the park. It's a home run series. It's been a home run year. But I think the fact that these baseballs have been slick, and you can ask virtually every pitcher who's pitched in the series will tell you the same thing. I think it's added to the fact that, it's tough to pitch with this baseball in this environment. I imagine tonight we'll see more home runs, even in Game 7.
So how does something like this happen, Tom?
It's a great question. I don't think anything has been done deviously with the baseball. As far as the World Series, the slickness of the ball, I've talked to some people in MLB, and they're confused. I mean, you have to at least respect the opinion of these professional pitchers who have a baseball in their hand all the time, and they can put them behind their back, a regular season ball and a World Series ball, and tell you which is which without looking at them. So something's up. Generally, these balls get made in batches, and the World Series ball could be made in a batch, months ago, even before the season. Just because they're using them now doesn't mean they were made last week. So was there something about the batch of baseball when it was made? Was there something about how the baseballs were stored? Was there something about the way the balls were rubbed up with the mud? I don't know the answer, and I don't think anybody got there in the lab and said, ha-ha, let's make these baseballs slicker. But I think the pitchers, and I've heard many of them tell me this, they want to know why, because they can't figure out.
For more Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Rich Eisen Show app.